Well, well, well. What a happy Friday to everybody. What's going on, you guys? Happy Friday. Happy, happy, happy Friday to the loveliest community on YouTube. What are you doing? Are you going to stay here and hang out with me? What? What are you doing? What's up? What? I am a boy. What you doing? Come on, let's say hi to the people. Let's say hi to the people. Let's say hi to the people. Hi, Spotty. That's okay, Kirby. I got Luna down here. I got Spotty up here. What are you doing? What you doing? Good morning. Luna. Luna, can I pick you up? Luna, can I pick you up? Let's pick up Luna too so she doesn't feel jealous. Pick you up. Don't mess up my... What are you guys doing? Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, 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 yo. I started Pragmata today, not very far in, and I'm already grinning like an idiot. I don't trust Capcom. I'm worried they're going to make me cry. Pookie shirt goes hard. Thank you, Tofu. Yeah, I'm going to start it on Monday, Pursuer. Hat Envy? Bro, this is on Etsy. Hi, Gabe. Hi, Kian. Acadian, how are you? Akanu, how are you? Serious. Tanasu, how are you? Ali, how are you? Negative vibes. Tom, we can talk. Navi, how are you? We can talk, Tom. We can figure it out if you really want it. All right, Luna, what's up? What are you doing? I can't function ever since we got that Rhythm Heaven date. Oh, it's coming so soon. How am I feeling? Oh, I feel fine. I just ate. Opinion on One Piece live action on Netflix? It's fine. I'm not like against it. Luna is such a cutie. She is such a cutie. We need to skip May. Pragmata releases today. Yep. Hi, Spotty. These two dogs, I swear. Yeah, I can't wait to... Oh, yeah. Well, what? You want to get picked up too? Are you jealous? Are you jealous? What? What you doing? Sorry, I'm like... You can't see Spotty, but Spotty's trying to pop up too. What? He does this thing where he sits on his hind legs and it looks like a chipmunk. What? You already came up. It's Luna's turn now. You hear that? What? Enjoy your walk. Hey, what you want? Luna's up here now. I gotta start the stream. What do you want? What you want, little man? You can't come up here. Shh, Spotty. Come here. You're so jealous. You're gonna leave in 2 seconds anyway. Okay. What are you doing? Are you gonna sit? Oh, you're actually gonna lay down? Okay. All right. Hey guys, enjoy your exam. The military prophecy has been fulfilled. Having lower back pain, and I'm only 22. Bruh. What's this? What is this? What is this microphone? Say something. And now you're hopping off. Bro, pick one. All right, guys. So, you love my shirt? Oh, me too. AliExpress. Back pain at 22 does definitely suck badonkadonk. Look at this. Look at this beautiful little toy. I can't get enough of it. Look at that. Oh. 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 Oh, God. Look at that. Monster Hunter 3DS. Oof. 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 Me and my handhelds. I know I'm bad. Is it too late to put a song suggestion in? No. It's never too late. It'll just be at the end of the month. So I never had a 3DS growing up, so I've played a little bit of catch up. Not really a stream viewer, but I really like watching your videos. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. I wanted to pop in and ask if you've listened to the Marathon OST yet. I'm planning to at some point. Hello. Okay, so I have a couple of announcements. Yeah, of course. First of all, I've quit Olipop. Now I'm drinking Zevia, which is zero everything. I know that's really important news. My second point of news. I know, isn't this hat awesome? Sorry, Faye. Skate game, I know, Ollie. So on a more serious note, I've been getting hit with a lot of copyright claims from Nextone JP, so Nextone Japan. Basically, we had a stream, I think it was our community stream. Literally, chat, there were 7 songs, I think 7, 6, 7, that were claimed by Nextone. Hey, Phila Trarorian! And I disputed one for Dancing Mad. Hey, Seal Proof. Ortrus, I disputed one, and they actually rejected my dispute, which means those claims are valid. And it's on behalf of Square Enix, which is so sad.
Just wanted to say I've loved watching you analyze game music. Found you since you did MH Music, then Expedition 33 and beyond.
Oh.
Thank you for your amazing breakdowns.
You're so welcome, Silver. I'm so glad. Thank you, Silverfire. I'm glad you like them. Thank you. I love talking about music from an emotional perspective. I feel like people get caught up in the weeds of all the technicalities of things, but like sometimes we just want to listen to music and like feel the vibe. You know, so I appreciate that so much. I know I've been doing less of solo reactions and been focusing on the non-gamer series, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm deeply, deeply upset about it. I have escalated it. Nextone even claimed basically all Atlas music. And And they also claimed Unbeatable Sonic, and that's odd. So I brought it up to my contact at Sega, who's going to inquire, and I hope she does. And then I'm like doing some running around trying to get a hold of somebody at Square, because Square doesn't have a creator arm per se. They deal with they have a company that deals with media relations. But I have a dear friend who works at Square, but even her, she's the Final Fantasy 14 arm, so it's a bit of a complicated situation. So I'm really, really frustrated. Like, it's random. Yasunori Nishiki claimed, so Octopath claimed, Nier even got claimed, and that's unacceptable. So there's some conversations going on about like JP's getting a little bit stricter. It's unclear whether it's because my content is not transformative enough. And I suppose in the non-gamer series, one could argue that they're not transformative because we're listening to the piece of music and then discussing it. So I may have to change up some formatting things. I'm not going to not include Square. I mean, I grew up with Square. So it kind of hurts a little bit, to be honest. It's like offensive. I'm a little mad about it. But, hopefully we get to the bottom of it. Oh, get out of there. So that's that. Really sucky. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I didn't see. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Filatorion. Thank you. 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Yeah, Next Tone Japan is really confusing, but it's on behalf of Square Enix. So that sucks. Hey Aldo, how are you? I had very heavy health issues. Hope you're doing good. Your videos during the months helped a lot. Oh, I'm so happy. Spotty. Oh, are you done? I'm on stream.
Oh, sorry.
Just FYI. It's okay. Yeah, so it sucks. The reality is that like copyright claims, the copyright system needs to exist because apparently there was a period of time when YouTube almost got shut down because of all the legality stuff. So the system exists as it is as a protection for them, but it does suck because, it does harm it harms creators. And the thing with Square that's really confusing is that like they just don't seem to care that like creators are it's kind of like, I hate to call myself a leech, but it's kind of like, if Square or one of these larger companies is like a whale, then, or a shark, creators are like those fish that live on those animals, right? And so it's actually a symbiotic relationship that is really important. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Square Enix stuff, but, I'm not even going to really be careful so much as I am like, if it's included in another non-gamer, I think we have a technique to bypass it, and that's the best we can do. It's really annoying. Cause you kind of need that symbiosis, and it's annoying that those remoras. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's annoying that that has to happen. So it's got me a little bit down. But it is what it is. Well, and obviously, like the way that things function in Japan, as you saw with I don't know if you guys saw in the news this week, but like, well, on Twitter anyway, but like Near Reincarnation, someone was able to basically upload a server and turn the game back on. And, and it's really interesting because, like the Japanese side of things is like, how dare you, how dare you like basically bootleg and open up a private server for Near Reincarnation? But then in the West, we're like, yeah, but the game literally shut down. No one can play it. Wouldn't it be better for people to experience the art? It's a very interesting thing. So it's a strange world, and it's a strange, a lot of the law stuff. You think the law is the law, but then there's some gray area, as is always the case. So, you're working on that game, dude? Dude, I love Metro. Are you for real? Oh my gosh. Hold that thought, because I have another answer here question. Marco, where do you get your inspiration for working out? I think I need some too. Weight loss has been a constant struggle for me for many years. Any advice? Okay, I'm going to tell you my stick. My shtick. Are you ready? All right, here we go. My triglycerides are high. My cholesterol is high. My lipid profile is high. My HDL is low. My vitamin D is low. My A1C was high, pre-diabetic. And the reality of that is that if I don't make active changes, I'm going to die, right? That's it. Like, that's it. No one is coming to save you. You have to do it yourself. And it's annoying. It sucks. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to help you. No one can take care of you except for you. There's two choices. There's death or there's life. You know? You have to make a decision and you have to follow through on that. That's the inspiration. You think I wanted to get up at 4:30 today to go to the gym at 5? No. Why? I'll tell you why though. Because I want to look like Kratos in 2 years, and because I'm inspired by Joseph Joestar. And I actively created a program that will enable me in 2 years' time to look like them. I'll be 40 in 2 years, and that's how it's gonna have to be. Did I have 2 froyos this week? Yeah. Should I only have done 1? Yeah. Am I down 6 pounds? Yeah. So you have one job, and that one job is to take care of yourself. Now, I'm in a position of luxury kind of because I don't need to adhere to anybody else's schedule. But you have to find the time to make the time for you, because you have to be a parent to yourself. No one is coming to save you. And if not you, then who? Respect your body, respect your mind, respect your spirit. Go to the gym. Count your calories. It fucking sucks, but it doesn't have to. I ate a fucking salad for breakfast 2 days ago. That's how shitty my life has become, but it's actually been kind of amazing. And I'm serious. Like, no more, Olipop is my vice. I switched to Zevia. There's zero. It's not Diet Coke. It's not sugar-free Coke. It's stevia. I've been doing a lot of reading about if this is okay, if this is not okay. Drink your fucking water. Like, you just have to. You just have to, bro. Think about who you want to be in 2 years. It's not that much time. I've been doing this for 3 weeks. Today's was week 3, done. Just commit to yourself, brother. Commit to yourself. It fucking sucks. Do you think and I don't even have kids. So even God bless you guys that you have kids, but look at it. Like, did I brush my teeth? Did I floss? Did I have to eat this protein? Did I get enough protein? Did I eat a carb? Am I eating sugar? I got to go to the gym. I have to do these exercises. I have to go slow. It's a fucking list. It sucks. But this is adulting, and we've been given the luxury to be alive. So we should try to do something with it for as long as humanly possible, because it's not forever. But like, the alternative is death, and that kind of feels like shit. So just lock in, brother. Just lock in. Also, when I eat carbs, I get horrific palpitations that last like 4 hours. I feel so much lighter physically, not weight to a degree, but physically. I put on a pair of pants the other day that used to be 36s, and they didn't fit. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like, look, I love sitting here. I love hanging out. I love like vibing and listening to music, playing video games. I do it all day, every day. If I could play video games all day, I would. But if I'm going to sit here all day, I've got to go to the fucking gym. And that's all there is to it. Even on our honeymoon, I'm going to be working out because I have to. Now I'm going to be eating some fucking French baguettes, but you got to, bro. You got to. No one else is coming. I'm sorry to say it. It sucks. That's my advice. So go figure it out, Santino. You'll be fine. There's no creation, only transformation. I agree. So you're working on Metro, bro. That's so cool. First of all, Slava Ukraini, if you're there. I know that was not ideal, dude. So I love Metro. So I've never talked about Metro or even I've never really talked about Metro in my YouTube career. But I've played Metro Last Light, Exodus Last Light, and I just re-downloaded. Oh God, why am I forgetting the name? I literally just downloaded it yesterday. I love the third one. Sorry. Oh, Exodus. Duh. I love Exodus. Love it. So anyway, yeah. Really, really excited for you guys. It looks really good. Yeah. Have I heard of the song Chow Ming by the Gaylords? No, I haven't. I was just talking to a friend about this with Black and White. I grew up with Black and White. I totally get it. Game preservation is huge. Hi from Kiev. Okay, yeah. Damn, that sucks, dude. I know shit's been crazy. Yeah, it makes sense, but it does suck that creators like you that really only help franchises. Yeah, I know. It fucking pisses me off, bro. What happened? I just joined. I don't know. I'm not saying. I wasn't saying I'm going to die. I just need to take care of myself. No one will do. Yeah. I was 33 yesterday. Are you 34 today? Thank you. I believe it. Buy the armor that you're going to fit. Exactly. So true. I'm similar. Sorry. I'm just catching up. It takes 2 weeks to adjust to a gym and healthy routine. That's true. God bless you. You just motivated me like Virgil from DMC5. That's so funny. The chartreuse, simple carbs are really brutal. Yeah, and Ozempic can help, you know. You don't need to, but there are tools. I want to be at SU30. You can if you want. Hey, Orkin, how are you? You just finished your work? Welcome in. Alternatively, that's true. You could sell your soul to Uncle Sam if you're in the States. The soapbox starting early this morning. Well, he asked me for advice. What am I going to do? Not? Have I heard? No, I have not heard the Gaylord song. Mr. Ball Shaped. What's up, Fengel? I really admire your ethic to improve yourself. I get it. Thank you. The one thing that sucks is I'm still younger than most of you. You're 17 years old. Bro, now is when you're actually in the, now is actually the best time because you don't have to worry about any of the stupid bullshit like your back hurting. Oh man, yeah, that sucks. Sorry, I'm almost done. I'm just catching up. Saw your tweet. Oh, good. Well, welcome in. No, I'm going to definitely do that Deltarune Let's Play. Yeah, for sure. Production was quite a mess. We had to do everything. Dude, that's crazy. Graphics look insane, by the way. You gave them advice, too, you preachy son of a bitch. Have I heard anything from Soccer Frontier 2? I have not. Anyone looking forward to Deltarune? Yeah, I am. Hello, Santiago, the Marco who also eats. Hello, All right, I think we're ready to start, guys. Do you guys have anything pressing you want to talk about or ask me about anything? Regarding my tweet, I play a game expecting to be rewarded with a good experience. Honestly, like I meant no shame. I meant no shade in my tweet, but I was curious because in the stream earlier today, people were upset. Hello, Artyom. Wait, Artyom. Isn't that Semyonov? That's crazy. We have one of the devs for Metro here, and we got Artyom in here. I'm just curious. I've heard some Ragnarok online. I need to listen to it, all of it. Okay. Okay, we are in April. What's the date today? April. Oh yeah, the 17th. Only 2 more April streams, bro. What the fuck is going on with time? But if you have questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, we're just gonna vibe here, bro. Like, just hang out, do something, unplug. Let's just listen to music, vibe. Oh, I can't tell you enough. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you guys watching the non-gamer episodes every week because they are really making my life a lot more comfortable. Where I don't have to, like, for instance, yesterday I uploaded a Guilty Gear Strive jam reaction, and 6,000 views. I'm grateful for those, but I don't need to care about that. and I'm really happy about it. So thank you so much. Thank you for letting me like be able to kind of just do whatever in between those videos. Those videos are such a joy to film, and I love filming them with others. And they help me a lot to be able to be free. Also, I'm working with my strategist. We're going to start bringing back video essays in a big way. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. So we're going to see some real shifts in the channel here in the rest of the year and into the new year. And we better, because I pay that guy a lot of money. Hey, Leo, what's up? Have I heard of the game Delivery Must Complete? Is it Delivery? Oh, yes. Yes, of course I have. Yes. That game has been wishlisted for months now. Good morning, Leo. You want this hat link? Let me see if I can find it. Etsy, Metal Gear, video. Hey, Koala, how are you? Metal Gear hat. You're loving my Patreon streams? Well, you're welcome to hang out anytime you like. So Alert, it's called Alert Hat. Metal Gear Alert Hat. What's up, Dogma? You seem like a simple and well, I'm not simple, that's for sure, but I'm a little bit complex inside. You admire my content. Came here from the Ace Combat bubble, became a flight safety guy because of it. Fuck yeah, dude. Now they are working. They are working the air traffic controllers to the bone. Horrible. I'm good. Yeah, it looks really good, Gabe. Are the suggested limited to video game music only? For this particular stream, yes. Although, if you want to join the Patreon and check out some of the anime stuff, we are going to do a anime stream on Patreon. That will be in you have to be a particular tier. I also wanted to let you know that I had my buddy on, and he's a saxophone player, and we listened to Tank. And so that's going to be free for everybody, but it has to go on Patreon. So when that video gets uploaded, I won't be able to post the part that has Tank within it. That will be for free on Patreon as a separate video with that in there. So I'm thinking anytime I ever have to do something like that, it'll be for free and available on Patreon, no problem. So, oh, it's okay, Conducts, don't stress it. I feel like I have to do a CTA. Am I playing the Trails series? Yes. And Leo, let me drop this link. This is the link to this hat. It was $27. Hold on one second, then we'll start. Oh, you found it? Okay, good. Never mind then. Well, I'll still post it in case people were interested, but this is the hat I have. I bought this from some person on Etsy. Hopefully it's a real person. I don't know if it is, but YOLO. I hope it was, you know. Have I kept up with SF? No, I want to. Oh no, that link is huge. See ya, Conducts. No, unfortunately, I have not been able to keep up. I want to. Did you see the trailer for Street Fighter? Holy God, it looks just the right amount of camp. You finished Shadowbringers just now, bro. Yeah, Patreon's a no. You're 17. You can't do that. That's too bad. You just finished Shadowbringers, best expansion yet. 1000%. 1000%. Honestly, with what I saw today, I might come back and at least finish Dawn Trail, even though pain. Really not a fan of Dawn Trail whatsoever. I did see there's an open beta for Ground Blue. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. There is? Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have to check that out next week. So today, our game plan, Crash Tag Team Racing, Civ 6, The Finals, Uma Musume, Warhammer 40k, Rogue Trader, The Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero, Evolution, Look Outside, The Misadventures of Trombone. Oh my God, we're still in fucking April Fools. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, Honkai Star Rail, Book of Travels, which Book of Travels, actually, they are pivoting away from that MMO thing, and now it's going to be a single-player game, which is pretty cool. Enjoy your bedtime. Book of Travels, Trauma Team, Magical Tetris, Mega Man Legends 2, Heroes of Might and Magic, Olden Era, 2026, Terra Enigma, Papa EO, Bomberman 64, Xenoblade Chronicle, Zanza! Oh, I should update you. Monster Hunter Wilds and Alien Isolation for the day. Have I listened to any Stardew Valley? Actually, no. Just one track, Winter. I'm almost done with I'm almost done with Xenoblade Chronicles. Maybe? I just got to a huge moment with a particular character who, well, let me just say the name. Mumkar. At the fortress, if that means anything to you. You that know. But I feel like I'm past halfway. And so anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm past halfway. I only got 20 hours in it, but it's been awesome actually. I've fallen in love with Xenoblade Chronicles. It's probably one of the best stories I've played in gaming for sure. Okay, you ready? Tiki Turbo from Crash Team Racing. Lots of people already know of Twin Sanity's a cappella soundtrack courtesy of Spiral Mouth, but not as many people are aware that they also helped with Tag Team Racing. They were joined by the developer's in-house composer for the game. So you get Spiral Mouth's vocals over more traditional instrumentation and arrangement of the racetracks. The game also has dynamic final lap music, which changed depending on your position. This video combines the first 2 laps as well as the final lap. So you hear lots of tonal shifts starting at 143 onward. Okay, cool. Tiki Turbo. What's up, dude? Sounds like pirates. The Pirates of the Caribbean. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, I love that. So first of all, Xenoblade is not on this VOD yet. There will be live later. There will be a Xenoblade Chronicles later today at the end of the day, at the end of the stream. I was just telling chat that I'm halfway through. What's up, Corinne? I'm halfway through Xenoblade. I'm around right after the fortress of whatever it's called. And it's been pretty cool. Like really cool. So, you know what I love about this? First of all, I love that it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's really light, it's really bright, it's fun, it's energetic. I love the use of human voice. And if you think about it, there's a lot of subtle modification that they're doing to create these different sounds, which is really, really, really fun. You know, even doom, da, doom, da, doom. So we go from a DN sound, doom, doom, a doom, D-U-M, and then we kind of tuck up with our larynx, so it almost produces this sort of, you know, stretching out feeling. Doom, doom. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's all in our mouth. And we just sustain the M vowel. Doom, doom, doom. It's cool because it's pretty tight. Doom, 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 doom. But we keep that space and that headiness. And we get a lot of character in The Sopranos when they go up into the upper register. I know it's not Pirates of the Caribbean, but bear with me. I don't remember the melody. So there's a kind of natural percussiveness that comes out of that, especially because the Sopranos kind of launch their way up, and so they the whole thing is super rhythmic. I also love the doubling with the orchestra too, which bolsters and lifts this whole thing kind of the next level. C-Rate. Dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum 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 da da 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 dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum da da dum dum da da dum dum. Oops, sorry. Oh, don't look at that! Fuck! See, even there's some like slight modification. And then it's cool because even though they're repeating themselves, you hear how the dissonance and the increase in volume is going here. So there's a case here for vowel modification. Don't worry about it, Luxray. You can suggest it absolutely on Patreon or on the sheet yeah. It's interesting how there's some vocal modification. And so what we're doing is we're modifying the vowels so they kind of they sound ugly and they kind of stretch and are a little bit different than what they would be if they were just like standard a, e, I, o, u. And that's like one of the perks of acapella that are really fun is that you can create a wide variety of sounds. You can be straight, you can be a different kind of a vowel inflection and stuff, which is really cool. It's just fun. It's one of the perks of singing that, I mean, other instruments of course can stretch and adjust their own stuff when they're playing, but singing it feels very immediate to me. And I think it just naturally, because it's part of the human voice, it's really fun. So yeah. A, E, I, O, U. Actually, is that how many vowels Japanese has? Because some languages are more phonetic and they're easier to sing. It's harder with like French, for instance, because French, the way that the words are, like there's certain what's a good word? Okay, like the Louvre. Oh, cool. So the Louvre, right? So if I was saying, Louvre, right? Louvre. So the thing is, if I was singing Louvre, you would actually extend the back half of that, and it would turn into a schwa. And the schwa is an upside down E in the phonetic alphabet. And you say it like this. You say Louvre. You wouldn't say Louvre, because that would cut the line. You have to extend to the schwa. Louvre. It's a very interesting thing that happens in French singing specifically. There are other things that happen in other languages, of course, but it's a pretty interesting thing. Russian's also interesting too, because the Russian has the t. It's an I with a cross in the center of it. T. It's very far back, and you go t. Like if I were to sing. So let me sing you an example. So okay. So the line is Salut demeure chaste et pure, right? Salut demeure chaste et pure. So you notice how that's not vowel modification like I was mentioning earlier, but it is a fun little tidbit about how we produce a vocal line in certain languages. Mon âme, for instance, âme, je t'aime would be another example, right? Yeah, so let's keep listening. So obviously it speeds up because we're... Ciao! Salve! That... What? Hi, Rubalite. Da 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 da. Yeah, that's a charming little track. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my favorite thing, but it's fun to listen to, and I love the acapella aspects in it, of course, that are really interesting. This part plays when you're in the lead of the lap, which is so unique. You know, it's fun that it's dynamic like that. All very classical, of course, because in more contemporary singing, we don't always pronounce the m, the specifically like tem. It would sound like tem. Yeah, but even what's the thing that everyone says in France? They say, the French cut off and truncate words all the time. It's actually really confusing. Bonjour, Jacques. Like for instance, what's it called? When they instead of saying there's like a word that they say mon, b, huh, me. Instead of saying bonjour, they say no. Instead of saying what, no. There's some word that the French say that like is maybe Parisian specifically. Ouais. Instead of saying we, they say ouais. Anyway, it's just funny. Languages are interesting, and hearing a cappella is always interesting to me. Ouais. It's like talking to a dog. Zulu theme, industrial, halala bayisa, which is better. What is a better musical marriage than civilization's composers and the Zulu language? The power in this song is special and genuinely exciting. What would you say is the most difficult language I've sung in? Russian. Because there's a lot of things that are confusing in the diction and in the phonetics. Czech is worse. Czech is much harder. My mind reminded me of how the French say 99. Isn't it? Neuf, 19. Oh wait, how did you say? Like in an opera, you would never go where. 99. 99. I'm very excited to go to France and practice my French. 19. 99. 4 times 20 plus 9. Can I say I Ayula. Ayuola. 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 Yeah. Ayuola. Why? 99. Ce qu'on dit nuts. Je suis tellement excité pour visiter la France une autre fois. How do you say excited in French? You don't really. In Italian, you can't say sono eccitato because that means I'm in heat. I'm horny. I'm excited. Like horny, excited. How do you say excité is the same way. How do you say no, it's not excité. There's no way. But excité means you can't. Eccitato is the same thing. You can't say that. Je hâte. Je suis hot. Emozionato is excited in English, basically. Yeah, sono commosso, sono emozionato. È una cosa che mi dà tanta emozione. Eccitato, sono proprio eccitato, sono pronto per scopare. Che è differente, no? Mi fa ridere. Ok, I can't wait. Je hâte. Pour retourner à la France. All right, Zulu theme. Sorry, you got me talking French, but I am excited. J'ai hâte pour manger un baguette une autre fois. Je suis tellement content pour manger un baguette à la Paris. How many languages can I speak? Well, so I speak English fluently. I speak Italiano abbastanza fluente, more or less fluent. Hablo español un poquito, pero puedo hablar un mixto de italiano y francés y español al mismo tiempo. Je pouvais parler un peu de français aussi, and that's about it. Italiano non è la mia madrelingua. È la mia lingua che ho saputo, ho cominciato a parlare quando ero un bambino, però inglese è la prima lingua. Poi, quando ci siamo trasferiti all'Italia, ho cominciato a parlare italiano. Quindi, italiano avevo 4 anni. Quindi, direi che italiano è la mia seconda lingua, però non è una lingua che non sono fluente in italiano. Je vous souhaite un bon séjour à France. Merci. Je vous souhaite un bon séjour à France. Tu fais pas de bon crêpe avec un bon vin. Le problème est que je suis lactose intolérant. Et je ferai la caca si je mange le lait. But my wife will have the crepes for sure. Dommage ça, ouais. Sei molto fluente in italiano. You're the best Italian talking English speaker I know. Beh, perché sono italo-americano. I grew up in the United States, but I'm culturally Italian. There was no difference between whether or not I was in Italy or not, because in the house we spoke Italian. So, I'm culturally Italian, even though I grew up in America, in the United States. I'm also lactose intolerant, but nothing stopped me yesterday to have a fondue from Sweden relatives. Non ti sei cagato sotto, scusa. Rome is where I lived. That's not me. I can't go have fondue from Swedish relatives. I'll die. As a Spanish speaker, bueno. Hi, Bloomberg. Good to see you. My roommate's Sicilian. So sorry. Mi sono cagato sotto, ma... Mi sono cagato sotto, ma ne è valsa la pena. Beh, se dici. Andre said that he shit himself. But it was worth it. Alors tu vas taper une baguette avec confiture et un bon café. C'est bien, c'est vrai. J'ai hâte pour manger une baguette une autre fois. Hum, 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 hum. I used to eat a baguette every day when I was anywhere. I'm going to be very distracted. Sorry. I love language. I love language. So check this out. There was a guy I met in the most obscure place, like at a gig in the mountains somewhere in the States. And my dad and I were talking to him, and he was like, "Oh, you speak Italian," and he goes, "I speak 8 languages," and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" I was like, "This man speaks 8 languages. This guy's dick must be huge." like it takes so much brain to speak 8 languages. Like, what a flex. Like, what a flex. What a flex. I'll never forget that. I was always like, wow, that is so impressive. You ever hear of the song Yo della vida non ha capito un cazzo? No. Wait, can I show you? Wait, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. No, I shouldn't. It should be okay. Can I show you this Italian commercial? It's the funniest. It's so funny. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Oh yeah. What time is it? Surely. All right, watch. You gotta watch this. This is so funny. Thank you, Frime. Look at this.
Mi scusi, buon uomo?
Mi scusi, buon uomo.
Mi sa dire l'ora, per favore?
Do you know what time it is?
Le 5:35.
Ma è sicuro?
E 36, mo.
Grazie.
Prego.
It is a classic. I love Shalmarike.
Ha mangiato il ciuchino, eh?
E no?
Senta, mi sa dire che ore sono adesso?
Andrò orta. Le 7:15.
Oh, ma sono le 7:15 spaccate. Incredibile. Ma lei come fa a leggere l'ora nelle palle del ciuchino?
No, io le alzo. Sotto c'è il campanile. Vedi?
Still so funny. Oh my god. It's still the funniest. It's the funniest commercial I've ever seen in my entire life. Ma lei come fa a trovare... Ma lei come fa a sapere il tempo sollevando le palle del ciuchino? Oh my god. Fuck, it's so funny. All right, anyway. It was a commercial for something. I don't know what it... What were they advertising? I think it was like cheese. I can't remember. Like a formaggini, like little tiny cheeses. Anyway, bro, got distracted. Shit is hilarious. All right. We're locking in. We're locking in. Zulu theme. We're locking in. So the have you ever heard an actual African do that? Have you ever heard an actual African do that? You have? Dude, it is so loud. It is so loud. It is so loud. They go, and the whole thing is like, it's like, bro, like, what the fuck? There was a guy I knew who's had a really nice career. Actually, I should invite him on the channel. His name is Musa Ngungwana. And when I asked him to say his name for me, he goes, Ngungwana, and the whole thing like reverberated in the room. I was like, bro, how is your click so loud? And he's like, I mean, I grew up speaking whatever language he grew up speaking. I forget. I guess, I don't know what language he grew up speaking, but it's insane. Cause it's, and also too, like, even speaking, hey, Sanker, even speaking to the like etymology of that kind of a language, right? Like from a perspective of language, you know, how cool. You know, sometimes I hear Mandarin And I'm like, bro, how the fuck, or even Japanese. I watch Japanese, whether it's an anime or something. And it's just like, I've been watching this guy on YouTube. He does shorts and he goes into like restaurants and he's learning to speak Japanese. He's got like a Japanese girlfriend. He like lives in Japan right now, in Kyoto or whatever. And it's like, bro, like how did these languages even come to be? You know, like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy that like these languages exist and they're real, but they sound like they're fake. And it's so cool that as language is such like I mean, like, don't you want to speak to me, like being able to communicate with why do you think I learned French? Not because I like the French, but because I'm going to get punched. I'm going to get punched when I go to France. But because like I wanted to communicate and frankly, there were so many opera singers that I knew coming up through my career that would go and gig and they wouldn't bother to learn. I'm like, bro, you're in France for 6 weeks. You could fucking be fluent in French. Like that's crazy. Dude, I was almost fluent in French and I was there for 8 weeks. Like I was having by the end of my time in France, I was basically fluent. I was like in the deep conversational hole. I didn't know how to tell the time at the bank or like go to the doctor and be like, oh, mon pépé, j'ai doulé en mon pépé. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be able to help myself there. But did I ever tell you the story about how I got stopped by the police in France, in Reims? Because I did like a quick double take and they like thought that I was suspicious because I was just nervous to go to my rehearsal. I don't know how many of you have heard that story before. Hey, Chipmunk, what's up? But I literally like got cornered in an alley by 3 Reims police officers. And I literally was listening to an opera full volume. I'm like walking my way back to check that I locked my door. And I looked behind me. I was like, something feels weird. I look behind me and it's a cop car in Reims in France. And 3 cops get out. It wasn't even just one cop being like, it was 3 cops. And I was like, I'd have my headphones in. Imagine if I didn't hear them. I would have gotten shot in the United States for resisting arrest or whatever. And so they stopped me and they're like talking to me. I go, pardonnez-moi, je ne pouvais parler le français bien, je suis anglais. I said I was English. I panicked and didn't say je suis américain. I panicked and I said I was English. And I was like, je suis un chanteur d'opéra. Je fais marcher à le théâtre de Reims pour faire le you know, whatever, however, I forgot to say rehearsal. And then they had to they were like, we have to check your pockets. And I was like, okay. And they like go in, there's like an apple, like fucking Imodium and Pepto-Bismol over here. And I'm like, I just wanted to make sure my door was locked. I'm sorry. Literally 3 cops. And I'm like in this hallway. And so then the lady cop had to walk with me and we had to make sure my door was locked. And I was like, thank you. And then I left. Oh my God. This shit was crazy. Anyway, so good thing I spoke a little bit of French. But imagine, I mean, like, you can't walk around a place and you know, and not interact with, I mean, I just can't believe it. Can I read Latin? No. I mean, I can't pronounce it, I think. But anyway, so let's start over. I'm so sorry. Let's start over. Because you... Oh, nice. It doubles. Bong. Oh, bang. Oh, my is oh, my is What a bright theme. I wonder what makes a theme bright. I've been thinking about that a lot. Is it just the chords? I mean, obviously it's the chords. It's the key of the piece, but there's like almost like this brightness sound that exists within certain musical phrases or pieces that just like, it just sounds like the sun is fucking rising up, you know, major chords. Yeah, I know major chords, but it's more than that. Major chords, sure, but there's like the feeling in the major chords. Like major chords are naturally bright, of course, but there's like the major chords. Yeah, it's true. But there's like that's so funny. But there's like a natural quality in some of these major chords or any chord that produces this sound of like, I don't know, you know, it's deeper than just the chord. You know, it's deeper. That's what I'm interested in, you know? It's deeper than just the chord structure. Like a D major chord has a certain sound, 1,000,000%. But it's also like, isn't it crazy that like a D major chord can produce that feeling? And is it just experience? What if I presented this to someone who didn't know music existed? If an alien came down and I was like, hey man, listen to this. I'm not a, you know, I'm not a, are they going to be like, man, that makes me feel XYZ? I don't know. You know? You're like, it's a D major 7th on the way to the... Fuck, that is so pretty. Nice. I only speak Russian and English. Здравствуйте, мадам и господам. Куда вы удалились, весны мои золотые дни? Что день грядущий готовит? Его мой взор напрасно ловит. В глубокой тьме таится он, барина. Нет нужды прав судьбы. Закон подолия стрелой пронзённый, или мимо пролетит она, все блага бденная и сна приходыша. And also too, what's really interesting about language is that Russian, as an example, is pretty far back. Not guttural per se. The T sound is pretty far back, però è interessante perché quando comincio a parlare italiano, se noti, tutto comincia a puntare qui. Tutto è più in fronte, è più frontale. Quand je commence à parler français, tout arrive à mon mouth, à mon bouche. Et tout serait ici, right? It's pretty interesting how language, the position of where you speak and sing is actually different. And so something like this Zulu stuff, it's like, well, where does this land? Where does this land in the mouth, in the oropharynx, right? In the resonator, right? We have resonators here. Anyway, whenever people try to discredit my opera background, I don't get offended anymore because they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. Oh my god. Yeah, you have to know languages, but you don't need to know how to pronounce. You just need to know how they're pronounced. Wow. You have to know the lyrics. Bro, Christmas Pandoro Music Spara, Andrea, ma che cazzo stai di? Sei sicuro? Disgraziato. Fucking Pandoro. Disgraziato proprio. Che cazzo dici? Come il commerciale per i Pandori proprio. Che cazzo. This is gorgeous, dude. Holy shit. You see, you know what I mean though? Like, what does it take for someone to listen to this and be like, holy fuck, this is like the ascension of God? Like, what if a song like this makes someone believe that God is real? We're not going to get into religion here because that's way too complicated. But you know what I mean? Like, does music like this, like give you faith in the human spirit? You know, like when I listen to this, I'm like, God, life is beautiful. You know what I mean? You listen to this and it's just like this, like, you know, fuck me up. You know what I mean? It's exciting. It's got that really hurt. You know, it gives joy, right? Ow. Wow. Arts and Uncle does it too, though. Wow. Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely different. Yeah, dude. Thank you. Gold star. The finals. Ooh, I've been asked a lot to talk about this music, so this will be a good primer. A very chill track that's played on the main menu during the Japanese theme season 3. Kyoto Sunrise. Nice. Finals is a good game. Love that. There's actually like a beat in there. Momentum. Wow, what a vibe. So it's cool how it's ramping up and it builds onto itself. It's actually pretty short, but it's an amazing momentum here. It's actually really kind of peaceful. Wow, I like this. I'm good, Dead Drop. Other than getting yelled at. Some French person just told me that I had something on the corner of my mouth still because I asked a question about why gacha games should give free rewards. And then someone with a Luffy One Piece flag told me to stop rage baiting. I said Luffy would never be such a douche. Anyway, this is a gorgeous track that is extremely, extremely simple, but also like it's a suspended animation moment that obviously it kind of slowly builds up, but the whole thing is about feeling connected. It's kind of interesting that this plays in an opening of a FPS game because that's just such a unique sound for an FPS. That's pretty cool. Like it's not afraid to deviate from the things that the competitors do. You know, it's really nice. Bro, I don't get it, man. Like, I really don't. I genuinely, it's an interesting question because it's like, I've got no problem covering gacha games. I've got no problem playing gacha games, but I don't really understand the mentality of, I play a game, therefore I should be rewarded. That I don't understand, but that mostly, and I don't know, I guess there's a precedent for it that I wasn't aware of. Like I don't play that many gacha games. So I didn't, or I haven't paid attention to like other gacha games anniversary rewards and stuff, but I didn't realize that anniversaries in the gacha world mean that people get free things. The thing is, if you're worried about being nickel and dimed, then you shouldn't. I mean, just don't play those games. I don't know, but that's way too simple of a thing to say. Like, I suppose do MMOs? I'm trying to think. Like, have I ever been rewarded for playing a game? I guess like in Rainbow Six Siege, we'd get like little chains. You get like little anniversary chains for if you played a little bit of the ranked stuff, but that was it. I never got like anything. We didn't really get anything for free as free as like a. But I think that's the inherent problem with gacha games, frankly. If your currency really at the end of the day is characters to play to have more fun, then it's kind of always a little bit. I don't know, a little. Yeah. I mean, did 14 ever give us anything? Oh yeah, 1000. Hey, Futana, how are you? Yeah, absolutely. Did 14, I'm trying to think, like 14, the more you play, I think you get a reward. I'm trying to remember what we would get in 14 because I haven't. What did we get in 14 for playing? I already see people saying they're quitting to play more generous games. Any game that requires you to get a character by spending money or like grind your ass off is not generous. I've never encountered a generous live service game. I mean, look at Blizzard, like Blizzard's generous in that if you pay $60, you get like five different things. Oh, dude, Acadian, if you said that, you would be viewed as as a toxically positive because you're suggesting to go play other games. What's up, bro? Yaroti Uma Musume. Speaking of gacha games, becoming the fastest of our generation. Since the new soundtrack for the second part of the main story just released, I found it prudent to get one of these tracks in here and to give you a reprieve from all the silly songs on this list. Thank you. The whole second part of the main story is all about inspiring future generations to follow your footsteps, or hoofsteps in this case. Ha! And this is no different. The main character here, being inspired by the ones that came before her, chooses to race to inspire those that will come after her, to blaze a trail and go where nobody else has gone before. Yes, that is why you saw that on Infinity Nikki's. Yes. And then I knew I was going to get in trouble, but I asked a genuine question on Twitter. I said, is there a precedent for this? Why do people expect to get free things? I wasn't even rude, but it's amazing how people like are so snapped mentally on Twitter that they immediately assume that you're rage baiting. Crazy people. Wow, it starts off right away. Wow, that's surprising. Wow, that's interesting that it starts like that, because you would think... I like how back here you hear the hooves. But why does it sound so serious? It actually sounds kind of menacing. Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh, sorry. Wow. There we go. So here comes the horn. Wow. So you would think, based on the description, so it's interesting how we have that little corner right there that kind of twists and unfurls itself, and it leads to this beautiful, it's almost like this is a this is actually deeply serious, because you would think that this would actually be optimistic based on what we read, but instead it's the opposite. It's brutal, it's rough. Wow. It's actually sad. Oh no! Oh. Surely there's another part. It's interesting, you know, because that song was kind of twisted. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit more joyful, a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more positive, but instead it had moments of it, but it was actually embroiled in its intensity. Huh. Okay. Interesting. What the fuck is this? Hold on one second. Ooh. Huh? AI social gaming? No. One sec, guys. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I like that song though. Warhammer 40k, Atrix, Rogue Trader, Void Dragon. If this is the Void Dragon I'm thinking of, then the techno nonsense makes sense. Fragment of an ancient star, god of machines, and a sick model too. Fun. Let's listen. Oh, I love that crunch there. Bye. Yeah. Wow, it's so heavy. See ya. Jeez, it's so heavy. The distortion is wild. The chant is amazing in this because it's so brutal and it feels like, you know, really like you're almost like you're ripping something out of your chest. There's this kind of like viscerality in it that's so satisfying. And then even that, so even that, you know, you hear the Void Dragon, you know? Yeah, it's fun. A little short. I would have liked a little bit more, I guess, development, but it serves its purpose pretty well, I would say. That's fun. It's fun. The Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I think just to like expand on that a little bit, I mean, I think like it's clearly like a weapon, and it's clearly like disjointed and, you know, sort of, I imagine like, in my mind, I'm seeing a mechanical dragon that I know it's a void dragon, but it kind of has this like otherworldly, well, you said it's a void dragon, so that makes sense, but it has this twisted quality to it. I wish it changed a little bit. The whole thing kind of just like sustains itself, but I like how it kind of, it has a little bit of edge to it the whole time, you know? Anyway, The Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero, Way of Life, Evolution version. Cool. The lyrics. It's so light. Like the whole thing is a very like peaceful vibe to it. Like it's a bit driven, of course, with the rhythm and the tempo and the instrument choices and just some of the pronounced like shortness of things. But I wanted to take a look at the lyrics. We keep on searching for the very meaning of our existence, and that is precisely how we have to live our life. In this world full of fallacies and contradictions, of course, we'll cave in or be crushed from time to time. But if we only keep, so it's positive, it's optimistic. It's a glass half full. But if we only keep count of our dissatisfactions, then the winds will never change in our favor. Which is cool. When we feel like crying at night, let's cry until our tears run dry. When we run into a wall, we just need to try a different path. Since our life is limited, let's keep fighting without giving up. We keep on searching for the very meaning of our existence, and that is precisely how we have to live our life. In this world full of deceits and facades, no one wants to get hurt, so we try to look good by letting others run past us, claiming that no one will ever understand. Yeah, I mean, it's you can tell right away from the music how bright it is. You know what I mean? It's got like a real like just a general optimism like laden throughout it. I think ultimately this is a very, very nice piece that sets you up, especially because it's the opening. So the whole thing is really nice because it's just like, hey, we're getting started. And there is this like momentum of optimism throughout it that's really nice. I don't think, I'm not like crazy about it, but it's fun. It's fun enough. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily a deep piece. We don't need depth all the time. But I do like its energy. You know, the feeling of momentum in it is fun. Look outside. Let's do Iron Crown. What's this? It's interesting how the middle had a little tiny sliver of like a little bit of hope and a little bit of positivity, but it's trying to twist a screw in or something. There's a little bit of determination in it. So, mutated rat lord who's extremely terrifying but regal. I see. I like how that makes sense. So then the part that I heard that was regal actually is the sort of like the poise and the posture of this rat. You know, this sort of like da 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 ya da dee da. That's nice. That's nice. I like how even in that twistedness you still get some semblance of power and the almost like a requiem for what was, and then we shift back into the chaos. Howie, you're brave to post about the anniversary on Twitter while people are losing their shit. Oh, bro. I asked a serious question, and people can choose to be weird. It was a genuine question. I specifically said I have a genuine question. People are so Twitter brain dead that, I was called a LARPer. Again, if you don't like how predatory a game is, don't fucking play it. Like, it's as simple as that. Gacha games are predatory. Therefore, on a first anniversary, I feel like I deserve stuff. What the fuck, bro? If a game is predatory, you know it's predatory, don't play it. It's so weird. Hey, Matthew, how are you? You're not scared people will make videos about you again? No, I don't care anymore. Only one person will make a video about me, and I really don't care about what that person has to say. And for what? For $10? No, I'm good, bro. I know how much money these people make. The Misadventures of Trombone. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I really like... Look, I defend lots of gacha games. I defend myself from a lot of people in the comments about gacha games, and I have for the last 4 years. I don't mind. I don't mind them. I think they're fine. But like, you know, I think, look, the only community that ever has had a major problem with me is Genshin Impact. And, you know, Wuthering Waves, people want to act like they're all saintly and point the finger at Genshin, but the Wuthering Waves community can be just as bad and sometimes even more aggressive. They're just they're two extremes. And they're both this, but it's hilarious because they're the same coin, really. You know, people want to blame content creators, and it's like, whatever makes you sleep at night, bro. But like, content creators are not the fucking reason you can get a standard selector. I read your tweet about just being happy about more game for the game you love, and the first reply I see is, but my free pulls. I know. It's fine. It's fine. I remember one time I saw a comment that someone was like, it seems really weird that Marco engages with Wuthering Waves despite that community also being mean to him. There must be something going on here. Are you sure it's not just because I fucking like the game? You fucking crazy person? You fucking crazy person. People are mad because today was the anniversary stream of Wuthering Waves, which is a popular, really popular gacha game, which is great. It's a great game. Has a lot going for it. It's fun. The combat's great. The characters are cool. And people are upset because the rewards were not very generous, in the sense that there was no generosity, in the sense that like they didn't hand out like a free selector or bring back previous banners or anything like that. And so people are upset because the anniversary event is an anniversary event in the game. It doesn't give out currency. It doesn't give out like characters. And I think like gacha games are inherently flawed, not only because of their monetization model, which is ass cheeks dookie, but also because of based on what I'm reading, based on the nature of free to play versus like spenders, free to play people feel like they are, I didn't know this was like a thing in the gacha space, but because free to play players are free to play and make a game popular, they feel that they are somehow deigned to receive like acknowledgement of that gift, of that like sort of like, hey, we built you up, you owe us. It's very strange. The whole thing is strange, honestly, because it's like the company nickel and dimes you spend $150 for a character, or you have to like spend basically every day playing this one game. But you as a free to play player are always trying to catch up to catch up to it so you can actually get the characters you want. I don't know, dude. If I wasn't swiping my credit card, I probably wouldn't even play these games because it would be so frustrating. Imagine like you save up all this like currency and a new character comes out and you're like, holy fuck, I can't wait to play this character. And then you lose your 50-50 and don't get the character. I would just quit. I mean, like, what's the fucking point? They're fun, but like, I mean, God, the problem is that these games are far reaching and they're free to play. So a lot of people have opportunities to play them. And I think that's great. But it's flawed. It's not like the Warframe system where the Warframe can give out, you know, blueprints and potatoes and Forma and other things, or MMOs that give out skins and, you know, things like that. Like they're upset because it literally is an anniversary event. There's a thing in the game that's happening that is an event for the anniversary. They're not being given something for free. They're given currency to pull for characters, but they're not given like a character. And it's just a mess. Just play Warframe or Where Winds Meet. If you don't like a system, it shouldn't be called toxically positive to say, go play something else. It's just normal. It's just normal. All right, so The Misadventures of Trombone. But that's why. But that's yeah, dude. But that's also why Warframe is like Warframe is in a class in and of itself. But like, okay, let me ask you a question. I mean, Counter-Strike has loot boxes. Do they give you anything for when the game turns 11? I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, Counter-Strike is basically invented loot boxes. Do they give you anything for playing the game? They give me Arthur Oh, God, that's funny. I don't know, man. It's a mess. That's why I honestly, I haven't really felt like talking about this stuff, especially when there's so many quality games that are coming out right now. And there's so many good indie games coming out. And there's, don't get me wrong. Like I see the appeal of gacha games because they scratch a brain inch that I have. And I don't mind playing them. They're fun. But I just can't imagine taking them so seriously. It's very much a younger person's like I'm too old to be passionate about getting a free reward in a video game. But also I have my own money, so like I don't have to worry about like they're other. I mean, I like Wuthering Waves a lot. I have like 100 some odd hours in it. There are other games that I enjoy as much or more. Anyway. It's just the psychology of people as an old head, as an unk is strange. It's just strange. Gacha games have a large teenage audience. You would think that, but my demographics tell me. My demographics tell me that the average gacha game player is male and in between the ages of 20 to 25. On the whole. There are obviously exceptions. I have never had a teenager in a Wuthering Waves live stream based on my analytics. Free cheese only exists in a mousetrap. All of this is nothing more than creating an emotional anchor so that you feel attached to the loot you have. Yes, sir. New video idea, the gacha I'm not doing that. I'm tired of gacha, and if I ever quit WooWa and Infinity Nikki, I won't pick up any. It's just not worth it. I love. Yeah, I know. 1,000,000%. I don't think I would play another gacha. between. Yeah, dude. Sunk cost fallacy. Bro, free cheese only exists in a mousetrap. Yep. Anyway. But I think it's interesting though, because I feel like, the one thing I like about free to play games is that they're passionate, and a lot of people get to play the games. And I think about this, like a lot of people that watch my streams are from different parts of the world with different economic hurdles and struggles and war zones, right? Like, and these games give them something to look forward to. And I think that that's beautiful. Because the barrier to entry is so low, and I think that's really positive. I kind of love passion like this. It's kind of beautiful, but yeah, there's a big gacha game fatigue going around. Anyway, the genre will probably lose popularity at some point. Yeah, I know. I think so too. I think so too. That's why someone, don't get me wrong, I think it would have been insane if someone was like, if one of these companies was like, you know what, here's our best character for free. Like, it would do numbers. It would be insane. I think it would be crazy. Do I think a company will ever do that? No. Would it be crazy? Arknights did that? Which character did they give for free? In reality, developers of free-to-play games are often just as passionate and dedicated to the games. The problem is that managers drive the product and constantly push for increase. Yeah, it's absolutely 1,000%. I wholly agree with you. They gave Miyabi for free, basically. I mean, I definitely think that there is something beautiful about a company being generous and giving to their player base. And especially with gacha games that make so much money. Yeah. I think it would be an incredible gesture to be like, here's one of our best characters. We just want to give it to you, saying thank you. It's a loss, but it's not that severe. Free Shorekeeper would be crazy. So I actually see it. Because like, be the change you wish to see in the world. You know what I mean? To be honest, live service games are tiring. You know what I've been playing that's really interesting? Deadlock. And what's really... yeah, you're totally right, dude. I know. What's interesting to me is Deadlock has no XP bars, no rewards for playing, nothing. I'm sure it will when it launches. I'm sure they're very, very aware of what they're doing. And I'm sure that when Deadlock launches, forget it. You better believe there's going to be skins out the ass. But it's been interesting to play a game simply because I like it. In a live service format, mind you. Not Deltarune definitely should have had a battle. I'm not talking single player, you know what I mean? Like if a game, I don't remember the last time I've just played a game to play it without having some carrot to chase. It's very interesting. We're certainly in an interesting time for gaming. You know. Crimson Desert, that's true. That's true. It is sad that gacha games tend to have the best music, yeah. Valve are simply monsters, real underdogs in terms of numbers of development. Yeah, I know. I know, right? I mean, absolutely. God, Unreal Tournament, you just played it to play it. It just feels weird that that's like an archaic belief. That's an archaic system. It's an archaic system to simply play a game to play it. One that's like live service. Like archaic, like it went away like 15 years ago. 10 years ago, I'd say. I don't know, man. Anyway, sorry. I don't mean to rant too much. I just it's so funny being on. I feel so grateful that I get to do this all the time and like talk about music and make videos and hopefully, I don't know, have people connect to it, right? But I'm also deeply a gamer. And that has not gone away at all. Like, I actually, so I uploaded the Ultra Kill playthrough of Fraud, and I had some people being like, I know you don't play games very often, and I was like, bitch, I will fucking cut you. What do you mean? I play games every day. I've been playing games since before you were even fucking alive. like I was like, the fuck do you mean? They're like, we know you're not great at games. What the fuck? Oh my God. And I was just like, bro, no, stop, bro. You're offending me. This offends me. People just say the weirdest shit, bro. I saw on the Ace Combat subreddit. Now, you guys know I'm deeply passionate about Ace Combat. And I saw on the Ace Combat subreddit, someone was like, I don't know why he's freaking out like this. It's not like he's been playing the games for as long as they've been out. What the fuck do you mean? That is the definition of gatekeeping, you fucking asshole. Fuck you, buddy. And I had to do everything in my power to bite my tongue. Because it doesn't matter when you discover something. What matters is that you fucking connect with it. You think I want to be the biggest fan of a series that like is super underrated and most people don't know about or care about? No, but shouldn't that be an indicator that I clearly am invested since I have nothing to gain from it? And then there was a comment underneath that one that literally said, well, he's a content creator. They have to latch onto something in order to be relevant. What the fuck? Oh my God. Fucking fuck you, man. Anyway. Fucking crazy, bro. I literally was like, what do you mean? Did I have to fucking play it when it came out in fucking 2001? No. In what world? I love when people are like, gatekeeping is good. Bro. Now, if you're about to say that gatekeeping is good, you're very brave, and I would love to have a discussion with you. But but that's why I like smaller streams like this, because you guys all want to be here. For instance, on this morning's stream, we were streaming the WUWA patch update, and yeah, no, there of course there's nuance there, 1000%, Gabe and Chipmunk. It depends, of course. We want to protect the baby, but we don't want to, we don't want to like, hi Luna, yeah, you just missed your track. Anyway, gatekeeping is good when I do it and bad. But anyway, I was in my WUWA stream earlier today, and then as the stream ended, it got flooded by 200 extra people, and then I have 800 people just like your ego might be like, wow, 800 people, that's so cool. That's like 100 times what we have in YouTube right now, right? And it's like, I would much rather hang out with like 100, 150 people between Twitch and YouTube that genuinely want to be here, that are here for the vibes, that are just like very relaxed, and we just want to have a good time. And like, that is much more my speed, because it's just like, it ain't worth it. Speaking to your comment, Vondyar, about like sometimes having an audience is makes you lose faith. Yeah. Hi, Zeleron. I just finished a good check of my report on protoplanetary disks. Cool, bro. That's awesome. And us as well, because it's nice to talk to a real person and know they all read our comments. Yeah. Absolutely. We want people to love our favorite IPs. Well, without forced change. If the devs are like, we want to change this. Well, that might not be the best thing, but I'm more likely to be like, okay. But if someone comes in and they're like, we need to fundamentally change the way the game functions. No. And that's the thing that kind of pissed me off about that Ace Combat comment. Is because like, I'm just genuinely voracious for Ace Combat. I just love Ace Combat. I love it the way it is. I do prefer air missions. Give me more of those. Or do what AC0 did and give me the option to choose what missions I have. That's it. But I've never come in and been like, we got to change all this. No. Of course not. I truly do have some takes about gatekeeping being against creating easier difficulties. Bloodborne Sekiro. You know what? And I think that's so valid. Like, I think that's valid. I think difficulty, if the intention is to be difficult and to be challenging and to bring a community together to engage in a medium, yeah, fine. I fucking hate Silksong. It is so brutally hard. If some people want to enjoy that, I'm not going to be like, you need to make it easier. I'm just going to be like, that's too hard for me. And that's it. You know what I mean? But that's, I don't want to say anything, chat. But I'm kind of mentally stable. So, like I'm pretty nuanced over here. Like, hey, Montedo, how are you? No worries. Gatekeeping aggravates me. I'm 40 and I never get to share the things I loved as a kid with a larger audience until they get popular much later. Yeah, totally. Big Fat John. What a name. Gatekeeping. I'm 40 now and I never got to share. Dude, I know. I mean, for those of us that are slightly older, like we were fucking like had to like tuck ourselves away like little fucking ghouls and goblins so that people wouldn't think we were fucking losers. You know what I mean? Your passion. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I think people want to gatekeep because they're worried the game will lose its identity if it gets. Yeah, but that's a totally fair. That's a fair worry. Did you watch the Galaxy showcase? I didn't, but I have seen it. I'm really excited for it. It looks so good. It looks like Ultra Kill meets Ace Combat, and you bet your ass that when that game comes out, that'll be the title of my video. There's a common saying among developers. I'd even call it a credo. Does it work? Yes. Don't touch it. You should never break the core of a game. But that's. I mean, we're talking about Metro. It looks so good. And I know that you guys are not going to fuck with Metro. Metro is Metro. Like, you may change things, you may enhance it. We're not having Artyom in the story, so that's going to be different, right? Those are differences. But you're not going to radically change the system. You know what I mean? Like Metro is Metro. You kind of, it's like homey. You know what to expect. And that's a huge problem with Ubisoft too. It's like, you had Ace Combat, or, oh God. You had Assassin's Creed, the other AC. You had Assassin's Creed where you knew what to expect. You know what you were getting. It got a little stale because it was every year, right? Which is like my concern with the non-gamer series. Because if it's every week, are people going to stop watching it? No, because the thing that makes it good is that it changes all the time. But, even if Assassin's Creed was every year, so long as the quality was high, who cares? I would have been fine. But the problem is then you start changing things. Then you start adding RPG elements that have nothing to do with what you had. And it's like, bro, like what the fuck are you doing? Like, let it alone. Just don't touch it. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Just it's just interesting. Space Marines 2 is doing really well right now, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I see. Oh, huh. What's my name back to? No. The Black Flag remake, based on a rumor I read yesterday, will not have any RPG shit. You like this Metro series? Well, we have one of the devs for it in the chat. You've seen me in... That's true, Bonnier. All right, anyway, can I keep going? Sorry, you guys distracted me. A game from my childhood that I remember very fondly. This was a spin-off that was based off of one of the villains from the Mega Man Legends games on the PS1 as well. A goofy game about trying to pay an IOU of 1 million... Really? With any means possible? I mean, from stealing the bank of shrimp from the docks to diving into ancient ruins. Oh, and most of it happens in a stompy bot. This track is from the very first mission of the game. Okay, cool. It can happen that you become a hostage of a situation where you're forced to keep producing the same thing. Yeah, but that's the other pitfall. It's true. It's true. However, what saves us is the love for the game itself. Yeah, it's so totally. It's okay, Chipmunk. Don't worry. I understand who gatekeeps if that word exists, that they love and care about consumer changing place, as long as people are not jerks about it. Oh, that's true. Why are you pulling out random fucking Cyrillic in my chat? Oh, this game! I remember this. This is the... Remember this? Yes! Oh, trombone is in here. Oops. It's kind of a funny track because it's clearly like just like a really like passionate character that just like will do whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's just a passionate character who's like, you know what? I'm on my way. You know? I think what it really comes down to is whimsy. God, this has been coming up a lot recently. But there's no whimsy in games anymore. Not really. You gotta find it. Usually in indie spaces. There's no whimsy. It's all like very serious. Whimsy and weirdness was like the name of the game, especially during the PlayStation era, of course. You know, we had such weird games: Sly Cooper, Ape Escape, The Misadventures of Tron fucking Bone. You know, like this was a different time period, and we really are lacking in whimsy these days. I mean, but look at the world. I mean, how could there ever be whimsy in a world like this? I've been sucked into this game all week. I was too scared to move through the story for fear of not getting a really good monster, but then I found the courage and hit fucking gold. This is a theme for small monsters. Saranthus small monster battle theme. Yeah, I think Mouse PI could be considered whimsy in its design, but I don't think in the way that well, would it be whimsical? No, actually no, I don't think so. Dude, I wish I liked Metal Gear Rising. Hey, Supernova, how are you? They'll monetize whimsy. I've always been a bit envious of you guys. While you were playing PS1, PS2 games, we were lucky if we even had a Dendy or a barely working PC. Yeah. I can understand that. I mean, you know, different countries, different, you know, well, especially in Ukraine. I mean, just a different world, really. It's yeah, for sure. I could totally understand that. I don't think if I'd grown up in Italy like I was before we moved to the States, I don't think I would have had access to all this, because I got a console when I was 7. My grandparents had immigrated to the United States from Italy, and I got a Super Nintendo with like Super Mario World and like the Power Rangers side scroller beat 'em up game. And I think that's when I was like, oh wait, what is all this? Like this is a real thing. But I mean, I'm grateful, but I can imagine like I can understand your jealousy. But the good news is that now you can get all that stuff in many different ways. And there is a plethora, a world waiting for you. And that is the gift of discovery, and it's beautiful. Of course, it doesn't hit as hard as maybe nostalgia, but like, God, there are so many good games to play. Yeah, but I can imagine. I'd probably be jealous too, to be honest. I mean, it's a different kind of jealousy. It's like a longing, you know? Dude, that's so cool. I have a Vita coming in the mail today. Oh, it shifted. Can I tell you a secret? I love Monster Hunter music, and I loved Monster Hunter Stories 3. I did stop playing it and then like watch the rest of the cutscenes at the end. Hey Sunji, how are you? I gotta tell you a secret. I didn't like it much of the music. I gotta be honest. Like this, I know that, like, I'm not gonna say this is bad because it isn't, but it just doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. Like I listened to a lot of these themes over and over and over, and most of the battle themes, I actually started playing with the music, like lowered my volume just because I was playing on the couch. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I love Monster Hunter, but the VST and all that stuff, like this, the main theme of Monster Hunter Stories 3 is like chef's kiss, just perfection. Don't get me wrong, some of the remixes are really cool. And it was fun to hear like my favorite monster themes from other Monster Hunter games show up. But yeah, I kind of burnt out on it after like 30 hours. I couldn't do it. So I watched it. So I'm still saying I finished it. But for me, it wasn't. I was hoping it was going to be like a 9 or an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10, and it ended up feeling more like a 7.5. Which hurts because, you know, I liked it. I really did. I liked it, but I got kind of tired of it. Yeah, maybe because Xenoblade Chronicles started to take over. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, but I mean, it's cool. All right, Zayla's theme, final character theme of the base game. We are starting to cook. Uneventful night from Honkai Star Rail. Actually, I loved Zayla. Still one of my favorite characters in Honkai Star Rail. She's great. Not so much her theme, though. I really don't like these early themes. The early Honkai Star Rail stuff, it felt like it lacked a little bit of its identity. I mean, it's not bad. But also Zayla is like a beautiful character. Yep. Yeah, I actually, so it's funny you say that, Sakano, because I actually think, I actually prefer the music now. I feel like now it has a stronger identity and a stronger, like overall, like, you know, like a sense of itself. But back in 1.0, I was not a big fan. Yeah. Cool. It's just nice. You know, it's fine. Like that's nice. So Book of Travels. I don't know, Gentle, are you still here? So I read this yesterday. So Book of Travels was a 2D, just beautiful art style. MMO that was very ambitious. Oh, hey Monolith, how are you? And they are shutting down the servers, but they're turning it into a single player game. And I hope it gets a new life because it's really cool. Really cool. But let's check this out. Taking a break from shilling the Banner Saga. I quit after the Aventurine Arc 2. And then China decided that it was because I auditioned for Aventurine and I wanted him to die. Which I didn't. I auditioned for Boot Hill. But I did want Aventurine to die because I thought it would be interesting. But apparently that was weird for people. It's the same when I said a Shao should die. Anyway, taking a break from shilling the Banner Saga this month and suggesting something with a bit more levity. It doesn't get much more serene than Book of Travels. Maybe it's because it's technically a tiny MMORPG. Not anymore. Just 7 players per server. Unfortunately, it's been largely abandoned by the studio following some mismanagement and layoffs, so it's unfinished and the servers are dead. So it's a dying game, which is why they're switching it to a single-player game. But while it lasted, it was a beautiful experience across the board. The gameplay, the music, the artwork, all of it carries a faintly Ursula K. Le Guin's Earthsea-like quality and feels like drinking a warm cup of tea to me. Which, fittingly, you could actually do in-game because there were tea houses, and tea granted you various buffs. Let me show you this footage of the game while we listen, because it's really special. It's really pretty. It's such a unique game. I followed it in early access for a little while. Wow, look at this. Look how stark that is. The white is so cool. Oh, wow. Overwhelmingly positive. Oops, sorry. We're playing this on Monday, by the way, so feel free to come and hang out. Look at this. I'm excited because it's 9 hours-ish, so by the time I stream it on Monday, everyone will have finished. And they'll want to watch me play it. Oh, hey, this has been covered before. By you, but I already knew. Although at this point, Ivy, you and I basically played the same games. Yeah, 9 to 12 hours is what I read. I just love how beautiful this is. Outside the weird Twitter people that are spinning the narrative of PDFs, bro. People are so stupid. I think this game was extremely ambitious. Well, this game doesn't have an MMO quality anymore, so I think it's going to be turned... I just read the other day that it's turning into a single-player experience. Yo, what's up, Jay? Hilarious. God, isn't that so sultry? God, that is stunning. Finishing your dissertation, nice. I can get how pragmatic can appeal to creeps, but also like, sorry, no, you have a brain rot if that's where you jump to. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was so nice. I'm going to go ahead and give that a gold star. Great job. Trauma Team arose. Main theme of the game, part of the Trauma Center series. Oh, fuck. Okay. Chatto. So one of the things we're going to do from now on, by the way, is I'm going to make Patreon live streams available on Patreon for free. So you don't have to feel pressured to sign up. I'm just gonna have I played Small Saga? No, but I have it. I own it. And maybe I'll put it on my list for sure. Maybe for sure. Have I been keeping up? Yes, I have, Jay. Yeah, of course. So because of what I mentioned at the very beginning of this stream, Next Tone Japan has been fucking so annoying. And they've been claiming stuff. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to be taking the live streams, and if there's ever anything that I see that gets copyright claimed, I'm going to just upload it to patreon.com/MarcoMeatball. It'll be free. It's just going to live there. Excuse me. My God. My body just was like... So, because this theme will get claimed, but it'll be in a different place. So just... Yeah. Anyway, main theme of the game, part of the Trauma. Actually, I am curious if they're going to flag it, though. So we'll see. Arose from Trauma Team. Bro, what? Oh, it's Next Tone. It even says Next Tone. It's going to get insta-claimed. Well, I think because it borders on anime. Zybor? I don't know if you're here. Zybor, can we do 2 tracks for you next month? And we'll skip this one. I'm sorry. Let's do 2 tracks and we'll skip this one. I'm just going to make an executive decision just because of the anime adjacent nature of Trauma Team. It's not you, it's them. But two really just sort of regular video game tracks if you can. Normally I wouldn't care, but because Next Tone has been so severe recently, I just want to make sure that I'm protecting my channel and stuff. So I'm so sorry. It really is pissing me off. Thank you for understanding in advance. You told me to put 2 songs up in March, but I skipped it because I was busy. Oh, because it was a busy month for me. So this is Magical Tetris and Mega Man Legends 2. So versus Donald and Elysium Mother Zone. Let's listen. What? Fuck yeah. Ooh, what happened? Oops, sorry. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron, how are you, man? Good to see ya. I know you've had some life changes. Hope you're well. Good to have you back, man. How you doing? New camera angle? No, I'm just sitting sideways, bro. I've been okay. Yeah, no, things have been fine. Just been busy. But not as busy. It's so funky. I liked it. All right, Mega Man Legends 2. Elysium, Mother Zone. Why do bald streamers use hats? Bro, I'm only using a hat. I'll tell you why. I gotta shave, and I don't want to. And it's got that Velcro feel right now. And I just got back from the gym, and I had a stream at like 7 a.m. And I just wanted to wear a hat. Plus, they looks fucking cool. That's about it. There's no reason other than the fact that now I can wear hats and it's fun. You hate when it's this length? Yeah. It's a cool hat. Thank you. It is Velcro, it's true. Like, why would I be bald if yeah, it's an MGS Kodak hat. Isn't that fucking sick? The best part about being bald is that it finally expanded me into buying any kind of hat I want. I have a Nintendo hat. I have a Zelda 3 Hearts hat. I have a Zelda trucker hat. I have a Sonic trucker hat. I have a Monster Hunter Wilds hat. I have a Switch Axe hat on its way. Marco getting ready for his Kratos arc. Dude, 2 years. Give me 2 years. Give me 2 years. By the time I'm 40. A Marco Meatball branded hat? I've got one of those too. There's no Ace Combat hat. Dude, I've been looking. I wanted a Raz Grease, Ghost of Raz Grease emblem. I wanted a Golem 1 emblem. No Ace Combat hats. Not from official, not even on Etsy. Certainly not on Etsy. I've not found one. I'm really upset. You think the first thing I would have fucking bought. Can you commission a hat? Wait, can you commission a hat? Can you commission a hat emblem? Can I be like, hey, can you take this and put it on a hat? How do you even do that? On Etsy? Shit. I might have to look into it. There's got to be some custom hat site. True. Oh my God. Wait until you see the commit. So I spent quite a bit of money. Is Redbubble legit? I spent quite a bit of money and it's not done yet, but I have a gorgeous Malzeno print that I'm going to hang up and use as my desktop wallpaper. Dude, this guy is a Bloodborne, like FromSoft artist. He even has like a FromSoft book. I said, hey, there's no one better for this than you. I need a dark Malzeno from Risebreak. And I need it to be like purples and dark reds. It's not finished yet. Bro, you might as well just put Malzeno in Bloodborne. It is so fucking good. He's not done yet. I can't wait to share it with you. It's going to be my desktop background for forever, probably. It was also very expensive, so it better be. But it was so good. It looks so good. Yeah, displays are fine. I like how this Elysium being sound. It's interesting how, in the end, that sound. Fuck, dude. Sorry. I've been talking a lot, guys. You guys have been chatty today. You guys have been chatty today, bro. You guys have been chatty. Yeah, I like that little sound. It's interesting how it's called Elysium. And it sounds heavenly because of the Sopranos, but it also sounds scary, you know? All right. Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. Main menu. When it comes to Heroes of Might and Magic... oh my god, Bam, you were a fucking book here. Hold on, I gotta read all this. When it comes to Heroes of Might and Magic series as a whole, the third game from 1999 is usually still considered the best, with the largest following active online player base to this day. I think of Age of Empires 2, but the community is playing a modded version instead of officially supported. Naturally, this means most active fans of this series are over 30 years old, and discussions are always cloaked in nostalgia and the yearnings for the good old days. But now with the new game coming up, the nostalgia factor seems to have paradoxically advanced to a more recent entry as well. With it encompassing both the third and the fifth game, this is felt especially strong with the new main menu music that heavily references the theme you're already familiar with from Heroes 5. While we're hoping the new game can stand on its own and finally be a worthy successor, after all the years have passed, the constant referencing to the old material seems unavoidable. This sound kind of is self-evident when one thinks about series like Super Mario and Sonic, but feels quite tragic anyway, as it's confirming that the good old days are gone and are never coming back. Jesus Christ, Bam, fuck, it's Friday. And ironically, the melody seems perfect to convey it. I agree. Hey, Zav. Yeah, that's a really great point, though, Bam, when you're watching this. Main menu. Here's a little existentialism for you. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. It's different, but the same. It's really interesting. Oh, cool, Jay. I'll check it out. Wow. You know what's weird is that I know that based on what you described, the feelings you feel towards it. But I gotta be honest, like, I don't have that connection to the previous ones. And so when I listen to this, I actually like this more. It's cleaner, it's richer. I've had a hard time with Heroes of Might and Magic, even though I'm, it's sort of in the same vein of my previous work with opera and stuff and classical music. But I actually love that. Like, I would love to present this to somebody. Be like, look at this. Isn't this nice? But the thing is, like, I'm going to present it and they're going to be like, oh, I've heard this before. This sounds like this. And it's like, oh, okay. But I liked that a lot. Terranigma. This NES JRPG, the sequel to Soul Blazer and Illusion of Gaia, was released in Europe, but sadly never in the United States. And Ark dreamt his last dream. It was a dream of becoming a bird and seeing the world grow older. Does it get frustrating trying to play so many games? No. It makes it a little bit harder to commit to anything, though. It's really difficult to commit. I'm taking a break from Crimson Desert, even though I really like it. And I know I'm going to come back to it at some point. Xenoblade Chronicles, I try to play like 40 minutes a day if I can. But that's another one where instead of trying to like, I kind of view it this way. When I'm working, when I'm streaming, I have to focus on that game, which is why I took about a week and a half off from streaming games, because I found that I've played a lot of games since January. I've played Twilight Princess, Minish Cap, Super Mario Galaxy, Wuthering Waves, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Halo 2, Super Mario 3D Land, Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 7, Monster Hunter 3. And in the end, like, I also have my own things that I want to play. And so I'm playing one. So I agree with that. I try not to lose focus. Plus reading manga, plus watching anime, which I have to watch 2 episodes of JoJo after this. So there's, for me, it's always a bit of a balance. But I'm trying to slow down. Still playing one game, but like playing other more non-committal games in between. I will tell you that very frequently I have this feeling of, am I wasting time by playing this game instead of playing another game? That is definitely something I feel a lot of. Definitely have that a lot. Where I'm like, damn, I should be playing this because this is productive, because this is more popular, because this is more content possibilities, whatever. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Ending credits. Actually, I'll probably end up filming JoJo tomorrow. Yeah, live service games can be a hole for sure. RE2 is so good, you're gonna love it. That's so lovely. It's that good? Terranigma? I probably have it on my Odin too. It's actually Super Nintendo. So it also sings too. Yeah, nice. Wow. Is this a complete song with no loop? Well, I know now we're repeating a phrase, but... That was 6 minutes? Wow. I love when that happens. Ooh, that's a gold star. I never thought that would happen with a Super NES track. That's beautiful. Wow. Wow. That's great. Definitely going to play that for a non-gamer. Holy shit. That's a whole journey. That's gorgeous. Papa-Yo. Papa-Yo was a small platformer game you could find on the PS Network in 2012. It was a telling story of the inner world of a child with an abusive father. I remember this. The gameplay sections weren't very good, and the heavy themes in the story were tackled very clumsily at times, but the OST by Brian D'Oliveira was stellar. Growing Up. Wait, pause 1 second, Vanya. What is this short today? Italian Crash Out? I'm scared. What did I... Sometimes I'm not as funny as I think I am. Pino Tortellino, ma vaffanculo questo nome. Hey Baldi, ma che cazzo, come mi chiami? Che attitudini di merda, veni qui dentro e mi chiami Hey Baldi. More Warframe per favore? Che posso fare? Non ci stanno altre canzoni di Warframe che voglio sentire. Ma perché stai facendo finta che non parli italiano, Pino Tortellino? È ovvio, con un nome come Pino Tortellino non parla italiano. Dai, scrivi in italiano. Marco, I sincerely apologize. Chiedimi scusa! Inchinati! Pino Tortellino, ma... Oh, that's so funny. Okay. I remember that too, yeah. It's funny. I gotta change this title though, Italian Crash Out. That's hilarious. That guy didn't even speak Italian. That's what's even funnier. I'm excited. Wow. That's another one. Killer. It's so deeply emotional. And it really makes you like, honestly, it feels like you contemplate your existence. And that's another Vanyar win. Easy. There's just so much, it's a pained piece, but it also feels like it's trying to wade through bullshit at the same time. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Bomberman 64, Blue Resort. Spring is springing, blossoms are blooming, and the bombs are bombing. So here's a track I think encapsulates the season perfectly. Please do.
Gaming news.
I love that. Oh! By the way, the list is active on our Patreon. The usual links. Seems some of you are aware of that. For May. Oh, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, Philatorian. Thank you again. It's nice. You didn't have to do all that. See, this is nice. I would also share this with a non-gamer and just play the first half because it's just so nice. It's just a vibe. I love accordion so much. It's so nice. Xenoblade Chronicles. Zanza. This is actually a character I just encountered. Wait, what? Battle theme. The fuck do you mean battle theme? Battle theme was Zanza? What? Don't worry about it? Okay. Hi, Hastos! I'm not going to ask any questions. can't wait to hear this. Fuck. How far? Where am I in this game? Hold on. So I just finished up Galahad Fortress. Like, I just finished Galahad Fortress last night. Loved it. Shagura Magala is insanely cool. Yes, it is. Over halfway. Yeah. And I'm 20 hours deep. I'm just like beelining the story. I will tell you, there was a fight yesterday that I almost was like, ooh, I'm going to have to level up. That final section with the 3, that was kind of hard. And then I figured it out. I took out the 2 and then focused on the 1. But I'm slightly under level, I think, because I think I'm level 45. So I think today I'm going to probably spend some time leveling up to level 50, because the mobs, I'm able to kill the mobs at level 50 pretty easily, because I'm using Shulk, Rain, and Dunban, and I just have them in positioned more like 1/4. You're more like 1/4 of the way through. Yeah, I love Oregon, modern Oregon. It's drawing time. Oh my God. Screen Edge! Bro, please stop shouting at me. Okay, speaking of Monster Hunter. I'm hoping to beat it this weekend, because I have the day off tomorrow. So I'm thinking, I got to watch some JoJo tomorrow. But I'm hoping that I can push through. I know I'm expecting about 40 hours. But maybe not, because I've kind of been just focusing on the main story. I haven't done a single side quest. I know you don't have to. We have now listened to most of the region's OST from Wilds. This month shall be the Scarlet Forest, the only region with a clear and recognizable leitmotif, composed by Brian D'Oliveira. Wait, which is who I just... That's cool. So Brian also wrote Papayo and the Scarlet Forest. Crazy. It's really clean. I love the inherent danger. God. And then I like the base map, the first map, and Scarlet Forest. The rest of the maps I don't like. And I hope the expansion really makes things a little bit more open for sure. Love that tension build up here. I hope so. Listen to the way too, even the way the trombone emphasis there. God. Jeez. No, I used Switch X. Oh, or you're not asking me. You know, I never sat down to listen to this in its entirety. And even that, look at that, they shift the rhythm. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. I've heard some Unicorn Overload, yeah. Good stuff. Wow, yeah, no, I mean, that's actually like a pretty sick, this is like very dense. I never sat down and ever just listened to this. It's like really dense with stuff. That's great. Alien Isolation. Closing the book. To answer your question for my last submission, wrapping up my Aliens Fireteam suggestions was not the end for my suggestions. I would be keeping with my theme and obsession for Aliens music. Next, moving to this calmer, more spooky side of the franchise, Alien Isolation, and starting with the main theme of the game, though it is not the main menu theme. Okay, cool. Let's listen. I didn't even realize that Alien Isolation had a soundtrack. I'd play this game, but I think I would probably poop myself. Love the heartbeat there. Yeah, no, it seems genuinely scary. Genuinely scary. Wow. Dude, I think if I played this, I would actually shit myself. This is so scary. Yeah, listen to that. That's fantastic. Oh God, you can like feel it, dude. You feel it right back here. Wow. Hi Ash, how are you? It's very unsettled. That's uncomfortable. I really want to play Outlast, the game that Bricky couldn't even finish. Outlast, The Bunker. I really want to play The Bunker. Wow. Wait, what's that game called? Outlast something. Trials? No, Trials is... Wait, Trials? Really? No. That's the co-op one. Or the... No, the one that's set in World War I. Oh, I'm thinking of Amnesia. Sorry. The bunker. I am. That's exactly what I was thinking of. I'm so sorry. Wow. What a track to end our stream on. It's so peaceful. Oh, that's funny. That's crazy. It's crazy how effective that is at causing discomfort. Yeah, guys, I mean, we've spent 3 hours together. I hope you had a really good time. It's always fun to listen to music together. In May, things will be a little bit different, so I have to adjust some stuff. Yeah, Maple Leaf, your track will be next week. The game plan will be to bump up some of the streams because of my honeymoon. So, thank you for sharing your time with us. That's so sweet. No, you're welcome. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I mean, you know, it's a delight, and I'm happy to do it. So, it's fun to just listen to music and like talk about little things that excite us about it or whatever. Yeah, the stream's over. Yeah, stream's over. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I got married in October. Yeah. So, anyway, Monday will be, if you're on the Patreon, JoJo episodes 16, 17 will be up tomorrow. I'm making a quip, a new feature I have. Monday we'll be streaming Pragmata. That's 9 hours, so I'm expecting 2 streams, Monday, Tuesday. I'm back to my stream schedule next week. Wednesday is an Audible. Thursday is we're listening to Trails of Blue, Azure Blue, Trails Ao no Kiseki, Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. That's next Thursday, and then we'll be back for Friday, and that's that. So, yeah. So I'll see you guys. Oh, my pleasure, Witchbonk. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys as always. Don't forget to join the Discord if you want to be a part of the community. We're really working to activate it more. Feel free to join the Discord. Feel free to join the Patreon, and if not either of those things, then I'll see you on Non-Gamers tomorrow with my my next episode of that. And Monday will be Pragmata, starting at probably 11 a.m. Okay? See you guys. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much, Philatorian, for your gifts today as well, and everyone else that gifted today. Warframe when? Warframe when is a great question. Usually I play the story updates. BAFTA in 10 minutes? I'm good. You'll tell me what happens. All right, see you guys later.